Hi everyone, welcome to Mandarin Corner. I am Eileen. Most students are learning Mandarin from textbooks, in which the conversations are standard and well-structured. But in casual Chinese conversations, people don't really speak like that. Instead, you might hear something like this.
就是不是说把抽烟当自己爱好，就是必要的时候抽了。
That's why some students have complained that despite learning Chinese for years, they're still struggling to understand the basic everyday conversations that they encounter on the street. So, why is it difficult? Well, today we point out 6 aspects that make casual conversations difficult to understand. It is our hope that once you become aware of the areas of difficulty in casual conversations, you will, with some hard work and experience, be able to start understanding the conversations you might have with Chinese people or your Chinese friends. Alright, let's get started. In China, there are 23 provinces, and each one has its own unique dialect, which can be very different from Mandarin, the official language of China. To understand how different Chinese dialects can be from one to another, consider the word 什么, which means what. In Jiangxi province, my home province, it might be said as 么呢? In Sichuan province, it might be said as 傻子. But in Guangdong, you might hear the word 咩也. To fully appreciate how diverse Chinese dialects are, consider there could even be differences in pronunciation between cities within the same province. For example, Nanchang and Leping are both cities within Jiangxi province that are very close to each other. Yet, 什么 is pronounced as 西里 in Nanchang, but as 么呢 in Leping. If you think this makes communication between Chinese difficult, well, it can get even crazier. There could even be differences in pronunciation between neighboring villages. For example, the Mandarin sentence 我不要, which means I don't want it. In my village, it is pronounced as 拿不要. But in my mother's village, which is only 20 minutes walking distance from my village, it is pronounced as 必要. Now you understand why China needed to adopt an official national language. As you can see, Chinese dialects can be very different from Mandarin. Keeping this in mind, the first important thing for you as a Mandarin student to realize is that you need to give up the idea that you will always be hearing standard Mandarin when you come to China. You will not, unless you're always speaking with Mandarin teachers. For most Chinese, their dialect is still their primary language when speaking to other Chinese from the same region. We only use Mandarin when we need to communicate with Chinese from different regions. Mandarin, to us, is just a tool for communication. We don't feel the need to spend extra time trying to learn to speak standard Mandarin as long as we can communicate with the people around us. In general, Chinese people are not motivated to speak standard Mandarin. Instead, in China, you will hear Mandarin that is heavily influenced by the speaker's dialect. And this brings up the second point you must remember in order to understand casual conversations. And that is, the Mandarin accent will generally be the same within speakers of the same dialect. In the future, if you learn what the consistent accents are, you will eventually be able to start understanding what they're saying. So, what are some of the common accents that you will hear? Let's listen to the following examples to find out. 哦，你是哪里人来着？
湖南。
哦，你是哪里人来着？
湖南。
他很会做家务事的，他很会做家务事的。
我的皮肤白，我的皮肤白。
我觉得这个无所谓，我觉得这个无所谓。
体重的话偏瘦型，但是要有肌肉。体重的话偏瘦型，但是要有肌肉。高高瘦瘦的，然后有腹肌的。高高瘦瘦的，然后有腹肌的。
很多东西不会局限在脑海里面，很多东西不会局限在脑海里面。
可能不会接受，可能不会接受。
我不喜欢那个类型啊，我不喜欢那个类型啊。
微胖一点还可以接受，微胖一点还可以接受。
我跟一个朋友啊，很熟悉。我跟一个朋友啊，很熟悉。
因为我觉得那样子就可以跟着自己的心走。因为我觉得那样子就可以跟着自己的心走。
女人就必须要做啊，女人就必须要做啊。
邓汤连锁店做那个行政的工作人。邓汤连锁店做那个行政的工作人。创造自己的事业这样子啊。创造自己的事业这样子啊。
这个直接把它放掉就可以了。这个直接把它放掉就可以了。
A filler word is a word that gives the speaker a moment to think what they want to say next. We know that in English, people use filler words like, you know, and so on. So, what about Chinese? Well, we also have filler words. But why do these filler words make it difficult to understand casual Chinese? Well, as a Mandarin student, you might find it difficult to recognize these filler words because you're not a native speaker with a lot of listening experience. So, you will not be able to differentiate between words that have actual meanings and filler words that are not grammatically necessary. Alright, let's listen to some examples. There are two ways that 那个 is used. The first one is to serve as a pause in speech, the same way as in English you might hear
中国的那个大部分来说吧，中国的那个大部分来说吧。
他说他11岁的时候，那时候刚好逢那个日本攻打那个香港。他说他11岁的时候，那时候刚好逢那个日本攻打那个香港。
男性他从那个生理上讲啊，
男性他从那个生理上讲啊。
The second way is when a person cannot find the right word to express something. They will use 那个 as a replacement word, hoping the listener will understand what the speaker is trying to say, without actually using the proper word.
做得很那个的，很不错的。
Initially, he wanted to say that something had been manufactured very well. However, at that moment, he couldn't come up with the right adverb. Instead, he used 那个 to take the place of the missing word. But immediately afterwards, he came up with an alternative way to say what he wanted to say, which was 很不错的。
做得很那个的，很不错的。
学长好帅啊，我想去那个。
She was saying that this male schoolmate in a higher grade, which we call in Chinese 学长, was so handsome and she wanted to go and do 那个. Perhaps she wanted to ask him for a date? It appears at this point she felt shy about expressing directly her thinking. So instead, she used the word 那个 to suggest to the listener what her intentions were.
学长好帅啊，我想去那个。
就看起来整个人的气质比较那个。
In this segment, the girl was trying to describe the ideal guy she liked, and it appears that she wanted to say she was attracted to athletic guys, but she couldn't come up with the right adjective, so she used the word 那个 to replace the missing word.
就看起来整个人的气质比较那个。
我的粤语歌很就是比较喜欢的。我的粤语歌很就是比较喜欢的。
那么你觉得玩滑板就是会不会很危险呢？那么你觉得玩滑板就是会不会很危险呢？
我爸说过，就是外貌不重要，他是说过的。我爸说过，就是外貌不重要，他是说过的。
那肯定就是说，大家都要为这个家庭去做一些付出嘛。那肯定就是说，大家都要为这个家庭去做一些付出嘛。
可能就是说，这辈子是做女的嘛。可能就是说，这辈子是做女的嘛。
那个性格很，就是说我比较喜欢。那个性格很，就是说我比较喜欢。
我觉得身高会影响到下一代的一个基因。我觉得身高会影响到下一代的一个基因。
所以这其实是一个很大的一个安全隐患。所以这其实是一个很大的一个安全隐患。
父亲的一个缺位，父亲的一个缺位，
然后水都出来这里，然后这里有几个水龙头，然后然后水都出来这里，然后这里有几个水龙头，然后
就是因为害怕，然后就是体验不到，然后想体验一下。就是因为害怕，然后就是体验不到，然后想体验一下。
看他是什么态度咯，然后看他是什么态度咯，然后
都是实战来的。都是实战来的。
这是一个鱼塘来的。这是一个鱼塘来的。
他是一个男性来的。他是一个男性来的。
Unlike filler words, these commonly used expressions do have meanings, but are often only used in colloquial speech, and so you may not have studied them in your textbooks. In the following examples, we'll focus on one of them, which is used by Chinese all the time. You will often hear 的话 in Chinese conversations. One of its meanings is if. However, in casual conversations, it also has the rough meaning of regarding or about this. It is the speaker's attempt to set up a context that will explain the statement that follows 的话. At other times, it might be just a habitual filler word, such as the use of the word like in English.
这个的话，我觉得我不会特别在意。这个的话，我觉得我不会特别在意。
而广东的话，去过一次澳门，但是是跟朋友一起去的。而广东的话，去过一次澳门，但是是跟朋友一起去的。
我对餐饮的话，我不太想继续去接触的那种。我对餐饮的话，我不太想继续去接触的那种。
然后女人的话就要生小孩啊什么的呀。然后女人的话就要生小孩啊什么的呀。
身高的话至少要1.75米以上吧。身高的话至少要1.75米以上吧。
People make grammatical mistakes all the time in colloquial speech. This is a common phenomenon not only in Chinese, but in all languages. However, as a non-native Chinese speaker, you might be confused by half sentences or speech that has grammatical mistakes, because you might make the assumption that things were said correctly. In fact, Chinese people make grammatical mistakes all the time. But other Chinese can easily understand them because they understand the context, and they simply ignore the mistakes. So, in order for you to understand casual conversations, you need to become aware of some of these common grammatical mistakes. Now, let's look at some examples.
就是又要工作又要带孩子吧，以后。
Here I was asking her, why is it harder to be a woman? And her answer was, oh, because eventually all women need to work and take care of kids at the same time. However, she forgot to say 以后 at the beginning of the sentence to indicate eventually or in the future. So she just put the word 以后 at the end of the sentence, which is grammatically incorrect.
就是又要工作又要带孩子吧，以后。
哦，那你们这个每一年见多少次啊？跟孩子
？So here I was trying to ask how many times he and his wife see their kids each year, being that the kids were living far away with the grandparents. But my initial question was not clear enough to indicate I was asking about the kids. So I added at the end of the sentence 跟孩子 which is grammatically incorrect. The 跟孩子 should have been right after 每一年 each year instead of at the end of the sentence.
哦，那你们这个每一年见多少次啊？跟孩子？
应该不会说什么吧，因为我有很多朋友，他们男朋友就是在美国那边的，也有一些是外国人。
Here, I asked her what would her friends say if she had a foreign boyfriend. And her answer was that most of her friends that are in the United States have foreign boyfriends, so they would not think it was a big deal. However, in trying to say this, she forgot to indicate the location of her friends at the head of the sentence. So instead, she added the location 美国 in the middle of the sentence, which is grammatically incorrect, and it might feel a little confusing to a Chinese student.
应该不会说什么吧，因为我有很多朋友，他们男朋友就是在美国那边的，也有一些是外国人。
我父母给的，我觉得是一般，就不怎么不去外面吃，或者说没有其他花销的话，不是说换季那样子要买很多衣服，那样子的话是够花的。
Here, I was asking her if the allowance money her parents gave her was enough. Her answer was confusing because she didn't follow a clear format to indicate under what conditions the money was enough. Instead, she said, 我父母给的 what my parents give. She meant the money my parents give. 我觉得是 I feel it is 就 So here she stopped because she wanted to say something else. 一般就不怎么 Generally, if not very often. So here again, she stopped and changed her train of thought. 不去外面吃 Not going outside to eat. 或者说没有其他花销的话 or if there's no other expenses. So then she further explained what kind of other expenses she was talking about. 不是说换季那样子。不是说 doesn't mean not saying. 说 it's kind of like a filler word. So if it's not a change of season, 要买很多衣服 need to buy a lot of clothes. 那样子的话 that way, if all these don't happen, then 是够花的 it's enough. As you can see, the way she explained it was not very clear and can create confusion if you are a Chinese student who is not used to following this type of incoherent answer. Now, let me give you an example of what she should have said. 如果我不去外面吃，也没有其他花销的话，比如说换季的时候要买很多衣服，那我父母给的钱是够花的。
我父母给的，我觉得是一般，就不怎么不去外面吃，或者说没有其他花销的话，不是说换季那样子要买很多衣服，那样子的话是够花的。
Another aspect that makes casual conversations difficult is relaxed speech and slurred pronunciation. By relaxed speech, we mean when commonly collocated words are slurred together. For example, in English, want to. You might pronounce it as wanna. In the same way, in Chinese, the term 不知道, we might pronounce it as 不知道. So, what about slurred pronunciation? It is simply when people do not enunciate words properly, either because of laziness or fast speech. Now, let's look at some examples.
我也不知道对方的要求嘛，我也不知道对方的要求嘛，但是出去了我就不知道怎么走了，但是出去了我就不知道怎么走了。
我跑了多少公里，你给多少钱？我跑了多少公里，你给多少钱？
希望他穿的不要休闲一点吧。希望他穿的不要休闲一点吧。
不要害怕这种性格的，不要害怕这种性格的。
应该男人比较辛苦一点。应该男人比较辛苦一点。
现在还没有男朋友。现在还没有男朋友。
因为我现在有女朋友。因为我现在有女朋友。
比如现在天气很热啊。比如现在天气很热啊。
比如说30岁之前就要有车有房什么的。
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 不会，我跟我爸爸讲英语。
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 如果他会中文的话，可以啊。
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 Modal particles are usually used at the end of a sentence to indicate a speaker's mood or attitude. This is one of the unique features of Chinese language, and it can be a challenge, especially when used in casual conversations. For example, 男人呢? If you are not an experienced listener, you might hear this as a 3-syllable word and become confused trying to figure out what is the word 男人呢? And in fact, this really is just a 2-syllable word 男人, and the na is just a modal particle. Alright, let's look at some examples.
那肯定不愿意做女人啊，这么辛苦。那肯定不愿意做女人啊，这么辛苦。
家务事一般还是女人做好些。家务事一般还是女人做好些。
当然是以结婚为目的的啦。当然是以结婚为目的的啦。
After learning some of the reasons why casual Chinese is difficult, you might be wondering, so is it possible to understand casual conversation? Well, I won't say that it's easy, but I will say, sure, it is possible. And how? Simply by keeping in mind all the aspects we have mentioned in this video, and then practice recognizing them when you listen to casual conversations. So, where can you get this type of listening practice? Mandarin Corner, of course. Our channel is unique in providing real Chinese conversations with clear pinyin, hanzi, and many times English subtitles. And best of all, we provide PDFs for all our videos on mandarincorner.org. So, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Mandarin Corner and start practicing your casual conversation listening skill. If you want to help us continue making this type of content, please consider supporting us by making a minimum one-time $10 PayPal donation and get all our premium benefits. To find out more about this, click the link below. And don't forget to like, share, and leave us a comment. See you next time. Bye bye.